Talked about how the average European person historically and even to this day has a calcified pineal gland. And I brought the pineal gland because the eye of Horus, or Heru, symbolizes the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is the all-seeing eye, or the mind's eye, or the third eye, however you want to refer to it, because I've said it many times before, we are interdimensional beings, and we've always understood that. So for people that call this satanic, okay, if this is satanic, why did your God, Jesus, or Muhammad, or whoever you believe in, why did your God put the pineal gland inside of your brain if it's so satanic? And so this refers to the pineal gland, the third eye, the all-seeing eye. And so,
hey, what's going on, Comedic family? It's your boy, the Comedic Pisces, the one and only, you feel me? Hey, so don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button down below for more content, and as well as hit that notification bell. So what is this video going to be about, bro? So this video is going to be about the all-seeing eye, the eye of Horus, you feel me? The eye of Horus. One thing we got to get clear, and we got to get this clear now. We got to get this clear at the beginning. Dog, the all-seeing eye don't got nothing to do with no Illuminati, bro. Y'all get so wrapped up, you know, in Illuminati this, Illuminati that, Egyptian god this, Egyptian that. You feel me? That's just the government and the powers that be switching your reality to think that what is the truth is false. This is all that the all-seeing eye means, bro. Look, I'm about to lace y'all up. I'm about to straight lace y'all up. Listen, the all-seeing eye just means that you see past the demiurge. You see past this false reality, my G. That's all it means. You within the matrix, but you unplugged from the matrix. You know the matrix is there, but since we live in the matrix, we live in the rules of the matrix. That's all it means. All it means is that you know that there is a higher reality. You feel me? Like, okay, look. So that just means that it's like, you know, you all seeing, you see everything. You always peeping game. You know, society will try to put out one thing, shining serpent, they see past that. They see past that, and y'all gotta see past that. Y'all gotta understand that this reality is not actually a real reality. All this is a third dimensional video game that we all living in. At the end of the day, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And break the duality mindset, bro. It's not left, right. It's literally one, bro. That's why Ra has two eyes. Yin and yang, masculine and feminine energy. It's just one and the same. It's breaking the duality. You know? Because that's what keeps us stuck in this world. Think that we all one, we all our own people, we one from another one. In reality, bro, we all just living on this earth together. We are one consciousness. We're like all little raindrops dropped into a mass ocean of consciousness. That's all we are, bro. And y'all gotta understand that, you feel me? And the thing is, I wouldn't say none of this if I didn't have love for everybody. Definitely people that watch my channel, definitely people that tune in every week, bro. That's real. That's real. Y'all love y'all boy, and I appreciate that. And the thing is, I have so much love for my comedic family. You know, always be having my notes, you know what I mean? Always just to back reference things, you feel me? So, the eye of Horus. Okay, now who is Horus? Horus is the son of Aset and Asar, which is Osiris and Isis. Now, he's important because he is known as the champion. And the thing is, if you watch last week's video, I break down the Lion King and how Simba is essentially Horus, and how in reality we are Horus, because how the story goes is that Horus is defeated the first time by his uncle Seth, or Set. And what happens is that he goes to Tahiti, or he goes and seeks wisdom, and then he comes back as Heru Yor, as in the champion, and he defeats his uncle Set, which is the ego, which is chaos, which is everything disorderly within the world. You feel me? Because this world is extremely chaotic, bro. What is right now is normally wrong, and what is wrong now is normally right. This world is very backwards. Very. So, the story of Ra's left eye is also the story of Tafnu. Now, who is Tafnu? Tafnu is the daughter to Ra. And the word Taf means to be moist, and the word Nut means in the sky, or the sky. So she's a representation of the feminine energy. So what happens in this story, right? And keep in mind, everything, all the stories that were in Kemet were meant to be taken on a spiritual level. Like, a lot of y'all get caught up in the story when in reality there's a deeper meaning to the story. But like I said, your third eye has to be open to the truth. The all-seeing eye has to be open to the truth. Okay, so how does story go? So essentially, Tafnu gets pissed off at her father Ra. Cool. Alright. So she goes to Nubia, right? And in Nubia, she turns into the goddess Sekhmet. Now, who is Sekhmet? Now, look. Sekhmet. For all the people that know the story of Sekhmet, look here. Y'all don't want a woman like Sekhmet. Point blank. All my men, I love y'all so much, but don't get no Sekhmet. Don't get no Sekhmet. Alright, so Sekhmet, she is the goddess of war. And as well, she is associated with Heru Akahiti. Heru Akahiti is Heru the warrior. So Sekhmet is a warrior, and she is a Nubian, and she cutting up, bro. She cutting up. She causing plagues. She doing all of this. She doing the most. Right? So Ra's like, yo, look, Thoth. Hey, Thoth. Yo, can you go get old girl? Thoth like, do I got to? Essentially. Then you already know it's Ra's like, yeah, you got to. Go get my daughter, nigga. Type shit. So Thoth, which is a representation of wisdom, goes and gets Sekhmet and bring her back to her righteousness, to the truth, which is Ra. And keep in mind, she's a representation of the eye of Ra, of the left eye is Ra. Now, what does that mean to you, and what does that mean to me? So, essentially, Ra sends out consciousness into creation. Keep in mind, the left eye is a representation of the higher self, your consciousness. To know thyself is to know your own consciousness on a higher level, on a spiritual level, right? So, Ra sends out consciousness into creation, goes into creation and gets caught up in creation. Now, what does that mean? Consciousness gets caught up in birth and death cycle. It just gets caught up, and it forgets that it is of the light. So what happens is that Ra has to send out wisdom to the consciousness to make it start to know thyself. And the thing is, this is why my slogan for Kemetic Pisces is know thyself. To know, truly know thyself. And to know that, yes, we might be caught up in this creation, in this matrix of reality, but nah, we come from the Most High. We are light bodies. And we will return back to that. But we have to essentially learn the wisdom and the knowledge of the Hiri, which is Thoth. We have to learn the Heru so that we may come back to the light and transcend this duality. Because that is all this is about. We're here, we're learning lessons, but the real lesson to learn is that there is no you and me. There's only one. There's only one. And we must transcend this duality of this world.
What's the difference between Christianity and Kemetic spirituality? Hello everyone, this is Reginald Kuakaru of KemeticCenteredLiving.com. I wanted to give you a quick comparison of the Christian religion to Kemetic spirituality for those beginning their journey into African spirituality. Why compare ancient Kemetic spirituality to Christianity? That's because the Kemetic spiritual system is like the grandmother of Christian teachings. And it's the only spiritual system that you can use to fact-check Christianity based on the idea of where Christianity originated. Christian beliefs have caused people to suffer all over the world. Most people in Christianity don't even realize the negative effects of Christianity because they're normalized due to everyone believing and behaving the same way. What I'll do is quickly highlight some differences between Christianity and the African spiritual system of Kemet. Why? Because I've lived both of them. So let's get started. Number 1, Christianity wants you to believe in the absurd and not question it. Not only that, the stronger your belief, or what they call faith, in the absurd, the better Christian you are. The idea that a man was dead for 3 days and then came back to life is the foundation of Christian beliefs. Christians pat themselves on the back for having faith in the absurd. In contrast, Kemetic spirituality values experiential knowledge or wisdom over belief. For them, your inner guidance and uniqueness is your truth and may not be like anyone else's. Number 2, Christianity demands that you look to authority for validation and truth. Because of the theological wars with Gnostics, early Christian fathers needed followers that accepted authority rather than question it. Those in authority decided if you were on the right path or not. In contrast, Kemetic spirituality teaches you to tap into your own inner guidance, something we call intuition, and to validate your own path for yourself. Number 3, Christianity teaches you to serve the will of God even at the expense of your own authentic self. In contrast, Kemetic spirituality teaches that you are connected via spirit to all of nature and that you and God are one being. There's no conflict between being the best you and connecting with God. Number 4, Christianity teaches you to loathe and hate yourself. For example, the doctrine of original sin teaches that you are born a sinner and morally and ethically corrupt because of the disobedience of the original parents of mankind, Adam and Eve. Because of this, you need to be saved, but you're barely worth saving. I know some Christians will defend this, so I'm going to give a common sense affirmation. I want you to get up every morning and look in the mirror and say to yourself, I am a worthless sinner and only God can love me. Do this for 30 days and see what that does for your self-esteem. Oh, my bad. You do that anyway. By contrast, Kemetic spirituality teaches you to know thyself, because when you do, you can experience the magnificence of God through you, because you're the ultimate expression of God on earth. Number 5, in Christianity, belief is the highest level of learning. Belief is based on opinions you have from others. In other words, because someone tells you that the Bible is the Word of God, you're demanded to accept the opinion and look down upon as lacking faith if you question that opinion. This promotes self-doubt and low self-esteem. In contrast, Kemetic spirituality teaches that experiential learning is the only way to gain true revelation for yourself. True wisdom is the inner contemplation of knowledge. The insights gained by the inner contemplation is the highest level of learning within the ancient Kemetic spiritual system. By default, this perspective promotes high self-esteem. Number 6, Christianity keeps you connected to low vibrational energy with threats of damnation to hell for eternity. You live with constant anxiety. It's implied that if you enjoy life too much, it's probably a sin, which keeps you in constant conflict within yourself. In contrast, Kemetic spirituality promotes living life as a gift and living life to the fullest.